Cool. Finally live. Finally got this joint up and running. So, really, I wanted to give you all a peek into what's been going on with me recently in terms of going out and give you a little bit of insight into the most recent weekend, right? I'm going to start with like a compliment I got, actually. Well, I took it as a compliment. And that's even a piece of advice right there. Like, sometimes when you're out meeting people, some of the things you say may not be taken in a complimentary way. And some of the things people say to you may not be meant in a complimentary way. But when you take it as a compliment and like can even lean into genuinely feeling that, then I think that is the best response. It's like, okay, that doesn't bother me at all. In fact, it's nice of you to share. Thank you. It's like you're still hearing them. Of course, you're still, getting insight into what's going on in their minds. But at the same time, you're not like you're not taking it personally or making a big thing out of it yourself. And that is a good place to be coming from. It helps smooth things over for sure. So this compliment I got was insight, or I think I like somehow made a joke about I think about her or I being a magnet and pulling people, or people getting pulled into like the force field around us. And she said, like, no, I can see like a field around you. Um, and like when she said it, I could tell she meant it. And I believe that people's like sight is different, and I believe that some people can see beyond maybe what like I could see. And so I feel like maybe she could see like some field around me, or some, I don't know, I hate to use the word aura because I feel like that like puts myself at a angelic presence, or something like that, which I'm clearly not. um but I could tell like she was very sincere when she said it. And so it made me think like, maybe she really can see something that I have not been able to perceive. And maybe I should let this sink in, right? Because I feel like one thing with where I'm at now is that sometimes I even do things that like I feel are very impressive, but at the same time, I don't feel like I let myself enjoy that, or kind of let it sink in sometimes. That I'm more focused on, okay, what's next? What can I do better? How can I improve? And that maybe I could find a little bit better balance with as I'm also thinking about what I can improve and how I can do better. Also still thinking about, man, that was good, or man, I'm killing it out here. Tearing it up. Tearing it up. Even certain things I thought like it was certain things is like I've never seen that in the past. I never knew of anyone who saw that happen in real life. It's starting to happen. Or maybe not just starting, but it's happening, and I do feel good about it. Like I feel like I still have things to improve, and still would like to go farther, and will go farther, and will stay consistent with it because it's something that I am making a priority. But overall, it's been very fun. And like in the beginning, it felt more like work, more like drudgery, more like something I'm making myself do, something that's taxing, that's difficult, that's hard on me. But over as time has gone on, it's definitely been like, nah, yo, this ain't nothing but a thing. Like, it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy it, and like I don't want to be taken away from it. Like that's like what it is. Is like honestly, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it because this is what I feel. Is like sometimes I feel like it's like a bother that other people want to take me from like this fun. It's like this is my time to chill and really enjoy, and like I am going to do that. And so I understand you may not be having the same experience or like want to do the things I do, and I respect you. You know, we're still cool, absolutely. But right now, I'm gonna go take a lap. I'm gonna go do my thing. I'm gonna go talk to the people over there. I'm gonna go dance. I'm gonna go vibe it out, whatever. Like, but it won't be this. It won't be this. And again, that's like no offense at all. It's all love, but it is something I'm like realizing more and being more honest about and even saying it is just like I really enjoy it. It's cool. It's real cool. So the story, yes. The compliment about having like the field around me. Like I really do, like I said, I really do think that there's something to it. And I feel like it's been something that I have developed over time. Like with the social skills more generally, that if there was some energy, some pull in terms of like people around me or emanating from me or something like that, the warm glow of my presence. Uh, if to the extent that that exists, I feel like it's something that's been developed and like cultivated over time. So it's been an effort. It's been time put in. It's been a lot of like experiences, but I took it as a very genuine compliment and a very high compliment that someone else could tell. And it was like visible in this way that it wasn't even visible to me. And yeah, like the other thing that kind of makes it unique is like I could tell this interaction with the young woman was it was like intimate, but like not in like a sexual sort of way. Intimate in like she was very much opening up to me, and I could tell. There were several signs, but yeah, I could like from just like physically, in terms of like again, this is gonna sound it has sounded weird up till now, but like just from being more like closed and to then like more open and facial expression like shut to more like expressive and feeling free to like move around a little bit and stuff like that and like getting close at certain times like to then like the quality and depth of the conversation as well um so yeah, like overall that interaction, that conversation was like the one that I remember the most and consider like the most high quality from that night out. Um, Again, looking back, things I could improve. I'll lean into that. I feel like sometimes I don't talk about it as much, maybe in the videos. I feel like I definitely do mention like this is something I can get better at. I've never considered myself to be perfect, but I certainly do feel like I'm getting better. Uh, so yeah, one of the things I could have done better there was in terms of the follow up. Like earlier in the conversation with her, she did mention like, "Oh, I have a friend coming," and then asked me if I was there alone. If I was there alone, wink, wink. Um, Part of me wants to not even go into it that much, but then the other part of me knows like there are many bros out there that could use more insight into like what does that mean? Oh, you first they would just think like, oh, you're out alone? Like what? Um and like definitely it's been not something that I used to do, something I had to like grow into, but it's very, very fun. Like I was saying earlier, it is very, very fun. And like uh there are certainly certain things that like can be there's pros and cons to it is what I'll say. So uh going out with friends, particularly other friends who are of the same mind as a young bachelor like myself, let's say, um, it can be beneficial to go out with another friend when they know what you're about and are down to help you. It is a help and can be a very big help. Can allow you um, to take things certain places that you may not have been able to before because of the friend's presence. And be particularly when they're like good and adding to it, and then you guys like can work off each other. You know, like a lot of upside to be had with going out with the right people. Uh, what are signs if people are the right ones? First, they have to be able to like understand and appreciate what your goals are for the night, like what you want, how you want your night to look, how you want your like conversations, interactions to happen, and you all have to be able to agree on certain things and resolve conflict. Conflict probably won't even come up, like, and the few times it does, if you're able to talk and have a conversation about it, things generally get fixed very, very quickly. And you're back on the same page, back enjoying the night, enjoying each other's company, having fun, laughing, joking, mingling, mixing, like all the stuff. Cons sometimes if the other person that you're there with is not on what you're on, either in terms of let's say comfortability or or just like wanting the same things, and it will show, and so that can like slow you down if you let it. And of course, if like the person is like your friend or kind of your friend, or you're sticking with them, like, or yeah, your friend or kind of your friend, like you would be sticking with them. You would want to make sure they have like a decent night out, that you aren't abandoning them, etc. Like that you're adding to their night out, right? Um, so yeah, like I said, sometimes going out alone, you can move at your own pace, right? But if you can find others who are at or near your pace, I feel like can certainly gain a lot from being around them, observing them, seeing how they handle different situations, and just like I said, enjoying the good time out and going to work Did I mention that part? Cleaning up. Cleaning up. Being the life of the party, yo. That's why I said tearing it up. Like, I won't get explicit. I'm not trying to get my YouTube account like banned, kicked, booted, warned, put on suspension, house arrest, all that, whatever. None of that. So I'm not gonna get too explicit, but just like the upside is real, real, real good. Very nice, very cool, very fun. So yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying with the story before. I know I said the kind of aura around me. I know I said opening up. Yeah, I was at the part about things I could improve and saying one of the things that could improve was certainly in terms of like preempting the conversation on follow up, right? Because like I said earlier in the night, she did mention she had a friend coming. I continued to talk to her, and then the friend came, and the dynamics were not the same as it was when it was just the two of us, obviously. Although although there was a significant third person. Um, I'll just I won't even go into it in this video because it's not the time yet. That is one thing about timing. Like a lot of the videos that I release on my channel are many months old by the time that I release them. And so they aren't quite current, right? If you're seeing this video now and you can see and hear, hint, 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 how I'm coming across in this video versus some of the past ones, you will see evidence of the growth, of the change, of the progress, right? If you're hearing it, and if you're seeing it, maybe also in the expressions and movement, and like I said, comfortability. Crazy British people making up shit. Oh my gosh, I should watch my language. Huh? But that was a joke. Hopefully, they don't ban me for joking, huh? But they would though. They would. Like I'm not putting it above them. Not for that joke though. But you get it. But yeah, if you can see the changes in this video and some of the other ones, then very, very good on you. If you cannot, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if after these hints you don't get it, well, dive in. When you do understand, your life will be so much better. At least that has been my experience, the experience of those that I have personally overseen and worked with and been close enough to observe. So yeah, just keep at it. Like I would not have been able to. The joke would have gone over my head. Let's just say in the past. So like it's not even like a judgment thing of like, oh, this is bad for you because I was there for a long time myself, and still could improve in that aspect, even as this shows. So your performance can be critiqued. They don't want to give me all tens because then I would truly be a legend and they'd have to acknowledge it. No. But if you can see the difference between this video and some of the last ones, then good for you. Part of the reason why I include the delay in releasing the videos is because, as you know, some topics like this one could be could be people that are very close to me, and I feel like having the time go by changes the kind of context and relevance and feeling of having a conversation about what's been going on, right? I do want to consider and respect people's private lives, and that being separate from what I discuss on in a public forum such as this. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to not talk about anything that happens to me that involves someone else just because they may want to remain private. I'm gonna take my own judgment. I'm gonna talk about the things that I want to at the end of the day, but I will consider uh, what they say and feel, and even how I think they may say and feel. So, yeah. I'm not gonna get too much into the third person that was there right now. All I can say is I liked both of the people in the interaction and would like to interact with them both again. I think that is very much going to be the case with one. With the other, I am not as confident. And so it would have been nice to try and focus on shoring that up a bit more in the conversation in terms of us following up, seeing each other again, that sort of thing. So that was something that I feel like I could have improved. So I feel like there were other things I could have done that were like along that same line in terms of, let's say, driving the interaction forward to being more of a, let's say, long-term, in-depth one. Let's say, again, throwing a little innuendo in there, trying to keep it age appropriate, just in case one of the young ones comes in and observes this conversation. Putting a little between the lines, because I ain't talking books. I mean? So, so yeah, other opportunities to move things forward, but a couple of like legitimate reasons to not. Again, one involves the third person in the situation. Uh, Again, to remain nameless and descriptionless at this time, but also for some other factors that I won't talk about, again, to protect the innocent and preserve their privacy for things that I'm sure they would not want on blast. But also I could have pushed things forward a little bit more, and I think the thing that I want to not do, right, is I want to not miss out on connecting with someone, right? Miss out on like a good friendship, relationship, partnership, business opportunity, conversation, whatever, because I am too afraid to lose a potential good one, right? Like, oh, if I take things far with this person, then that will make me miss out on this other thing. Where I kind of want to make sure that I am appreciating what's in front of me and like not not maybe being so focused on something that isn't 100%. In terms of like, what do they say? Like, one in the hand is worth two in the bush, right? Like, it's of course going to be a balance, like, because I'm also against what I would consider to be settling in terms of like just accepting something that you don't, that's below what you really want because maybe it's convenient. I feel like there should be a weight, a judgment, a review, a kind of assessment of, hey, what are the downsides and what are the upsides? And I sometimes think that, particularly when it's close to like a 50-50 sort of thing, I think you should maybe take the view of, I'm going to intentionally choose to focus on the upsides more than the downsides. Also, I would say make sure you're being realistic. I think some things that I have feared in the past, I won't even put it on other people and say that we fear or that I have seen fear. I'll say that I have feared in the past. Like in reality, we're not that big of a fear. Like there's something I've grown past, and it has taken kind of effort and work to grow past those things. But in doing so, it's kind of I realize like I should not have been as fearful of this, as scared of this, as avoidant of this. Right? Like it wasn't that bad. I could have got used to it, and I really could have got like very, very good at it if I had chosen to, or very comfortable with it, or whatever is the case. But the point is, like, I want to make sure that I'm doing a little better job of pushing the boundary in terms of really trying to connect. Really, what I want is like interactions and connections are so good that like I and the other person don't want to walk away. We want it to continue. And so, and like we're willing to act on that in a way that we really wouldn't otherwise in other instances. And I feel like there was potential for that with a couple of people that night, like the two mentioned in the story. Um, and and sometimes I get the sense that I'm playing a little bit safe, that I'm being less risky and have good reasons for being less risky, but also in being less risky, I'm being a little bit less vulnerable and open, and also maybe a bit more passive where I could be leading a bit more, right? And I think I could very well be leading others to places they would want to go, but maybe are also not quite, let's say, comfortable with leading. And so kind of if I do it, it ends up being like a big relief. Like we both get to go to this place that we wanted to go to, but we were both maybe a little bit hesitant to jump right out there and say that we know the way, and are sure that the other person wants to go to that place. And so me kind of taking the role a little bit more helps get us to where we both want to go. And I talk about no Uber driver. So again, I know I have higher levels to get to. I also like recognize like man, when your boy is on, your boy is on. Your boy is on. Yeah, one. So yeah, overall, those are the things that can improve. Really enjoy the conversation with the nice folks there. Like oddly, what is a friend of mine said? Uncomfortably empty that weekend. Like I don't think I'd been in the place before and it been that empty over the course of the night. I enjoy all the nights out. So like I enjoyed that one again. Had some good connections. Again, could have also done a little bit more, but getting better all along the way. Getting better all along the way. And I recognize that I'll have to earn it, and I am up to that. So that would be my like advice for you all. Like the big moral of the story here is like, when you work, you get better and people can see the improvement as well. So it helps you get what you want. So when you work on your social skills, you get better at connections and relationships with others. And that helps lead to more of what you want from life. So keep getting out there, keep working on it. I want to say the fruits of the labor are juicy. But it is a good time getting out there. It's fun, and it gets to a point like I said, wasn't always like this, but it gets to a point where it is like very fun every time you go out. Like you can bring the party, and I still have my own ups and downs, but we going up. Have a good one. I swear I did the button like 3 times to figure out how to end this, but I think I'm finally there.